streaming. Vamos a ver. Esta señora. Hello.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sí, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Oiga, la casita ahí en la Oste, ¿no es de usted?
Es mía, sir.
¿Qué le pasó, oiga?
Pues la quemaron ahí, ¿me entiendes? Hay un pleitito yo creo que con una señora o no sé qué pasaría.
Chingao.
Sí, dan canijo la raza.
No, ya sé. Entonces, ¿no fue usted, o sea, no le pasó nada a ustedes?
No, no le pasó nada. Y acá nadie.
Qué bueno. Bueno, pues me interesa el solarcito. ¿Cuánto anda pidiendo por él?
34, sir.
34.
Ajá.
Vamos a
Y
ver.
andan varios atrás de él.
Y,
Andan varios, por eso, ¿me entiendes? Y a la tarde voy a ver si ya a ver si hablo con él. Sí.
y nadie le da el depósito con la caja de títulos y nada, o ¿por qué se está esperando?
Por la razón de que me habló un señor, ¿me entiende? Que andaba sacando un préstamo, pero nomás le prestaron menos. Por eso dije, no, pues, ¿me entiende?
Sí, todos los bancos están canijos. Lo bueno que yo acabo de vender la mía y traigo el dinero en la bolsa.
Ande, ya, ajá. Por si acaso se anima o algo, adelante, así para no, ¿me entiendes? O sea, pues para no andar ya acá hablando, porque es que en vez de yo le digo a la gente, ¿me entiendes? El que se anime viene bien, y que si da un dano o algo, ya no puedo yo vender.
Exacto, sí, pues ya firmando, ya
Sí,
está listo el contrato.
sí.
Vive cerca ahí porque yo compré una por la 27, un poquito
Ok.
más al otro lado de la 23, hace poquito.
Ajá, sí.
Um, ¿Qué le iba a preguntar? ¿Vive cerca de usted o dónde vive usted para topármelo?
Mira, ahorita aquí ando trabajando, pero más de ratito salgo. Yo vivo ahí cerca, yo vivo ahí por la 23 y la Pitán.
Ah, ok, pues écheme una hablada. Saliendo, écheme una hablada, yo soy Arturo. Y si no
Ok,
se ha vendido, pues como yo le digo, lo traigo.
ok, está
Bueno,
bueno. Y ahí te echo
gracias.
una habladita.
Ándele.
Adiós.
Adiós. Échate una habladita. Vamos a ver. Otra llamadita. Ah, 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 ah.
Simplemente me dijo que sí, que me está vendiendo, pero 240 negociables también de 230 dice. Pero en el Paiso sale en 144, en Silo sale 187. Lo meto, bueno, acá dice que está dispuesto a vender, para que no tenga que pagar closing fees, en todo, o sea, todo lo que cierre.
Sí, en esa no la agregues. 24 Benito. Benito Benavides. February 24 Benito. Hello. Vernon. What's going on, Vernon?
How's it going?
Good. Yourself, my man?
Say that again?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Hanging in there, trying to make some deals.
That's the name of the game, my brother. How's your week go, man?
Slow motion.
Emotion.
Slow motion. Yeah, I had to slow up. I had to get that COVID shot.
Oh, you got the COVID shot?
Yeah, put me down for a day.
We doing good now?
Yeah, feeling much better now.
That's good, my guy. How's it going with the cash cow? Any new deals on that one?
No, it's hard. It's hard. You know, it's hard tracking those guys down. I'm really trying to concentrate on the auctions. See if
Okay.
I can possibly stop some auctions, but I'm still doing the bad credit stuff. I got some stuff in the pipeline. I did close on a short sale about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. How long was that process?
Yeah, actually that was fairly fast. We're talking maybe about 90 days. That's pretty good.
So just give me the elevator pitch of short sale. So you find the house, and then what happens?
Well, this is a huge house. There's some work to be done. I couldn't lease option it. I couldn't do anything. Just giving up on the lead. I pushed the lead off to my real estate agent friend, and he went in there, got the short sale. He sold it for like $430,000, and that's with a leaky roof and some more stuff. A huge house in a good area. So
what was it worth? Or what was the balance of the loan?
Oh, that was all out of whack. We're talking about probably about $550,000.
Okay. So the agent started the process. Like, do they do an appraisal, a BPO, or how does that process go? did he fill you in as far as how that went?
BPO and essentially about 80%, 85% of the BPO.
And BPOs are just drive-bys, right?
They did beat him down a little bit because of the pretty much, but the BPO came in high because it's a high demand. Where this particular property at is in Hamilton, New Jersey, and that's a coveted area where it's at in Hamilton, a good school district. So the BPO came in high. You know, he put in some pictures and stuff like that, and got the BPO down to 450, 425. I think it was 425.
Okay, and then they took 80% of that.
I think 85. Yes.
Okay,
Let me do the calculation.
I get you. What was I gonna do?
I didn't do any of the selling. I just gave the lead off, and you know, he's paying me $3,000 out of pocket, so I didn't even have to close. I just gave him the lead. He paid. This is my second deal. This is my my third short sale doing with him.
Okay. And he already had his buyer lined up at the 400K?
No, he marketed. He sold it. I didn't do anything. I just gave him the lead.
Yeah, but he sold it to an investor, I'm assuming.
Nah, I think he sold it to a home buyer. Yeah, he sold it to a home buyer. The guy's gonna fix the roof. There was a big leak in the master bedroom, and he's gonna fix. I mean, people were still living. I mean, they were still living in the property. I mean, it's a nice property, you know. But the husband passed away, and the wife and the three daughters were living there, and they're moving to I think Florida or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So I'm assuming the buyer had cash.
I believe so. Yes. No. He had a mortgage. Because we had some discrepancy because the the seller took the refrigerator and the stove.
Wow. Well, he's walking away with zero, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
She is right.
I'll take the light fixtures and everything.
Yeah, that was her marital home. Her husband had to go on dialysis, and then he passed away and stuff.
How long were they in there for?
I think years. I think minimum 10 years.
Yeah, so I get you, man. I get to walk away with nothing, but again, at least you don't have to make the payment, right?
Well, she wasn't making a payment. I don't think she made a payment for about 18 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Kind of COVID helped her out a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even with today's market, you know, slowing down a little bit, that buyer, you know, you fix it up, he could easily get I would say 490 or something like that easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your agents there still charge the 6%, or you guys, since it's a higher price range, you guys charge a little bit less?
No, he charged 6%, and then he has to split it up with his
broker.
With his broker. Yeah, but he got both sides. The seller and the buyer. So he loves me. Whenever my call, I can call him at 9 o'clock at night. He's gonna pick that phone up.
Wow, what's 6%? What's 3% of that? Like what's 3% of 400,000?
I figure he got a $16,000 to $17,000.
Shit. That's a big.
He gave me 3.5. Yeah, he gave me 3.5. Did you hear me?
Yeah, that's a big chunk.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave me 3.5, and you know, all intents and purposes, you know, he's just doing that off the strength of me. You know, he's not obligated to give me anything, because actually I don't want to say this out loud, but it actually is illegal in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just paying you for marketing. It's a marketing expense.
Yeah.
I want to show you.
But
But you make some money, which is good, man.
oh yeah, most definitely.
How'd you get that
You
lead?
take time with those, but bad credit, man.
Yeah.
Bad credit. Yeah,
There you go, man. You see, it works, man.
the bad credit list. But she was because you know how New Jersey is. I wouldn't. Let me see. Hold up. Let me pull it up. I'm right here in front of my computer. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I think she was I want to say 2019, maybe 2018. It went into default. You know, that's like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like it's
Yeah, it's like 3 years ago. Yeah, I can't look it up. My internet connection is not too good.
no worries.
But yeah, I think 2019, maybe 2018, she went into default, and she probably tried to do some kind of bankruptcy or some kind of payment plan back, and defaulted on that. Because I remember seeing a couple of notices from the bank, so that's what it looks like.
And she picked up in the first call, real quick.
Of course not. You know, those people, you got to chase those people down. It's not like calling Zillow leads. You know, Zillow, they pick right up on the first call.
Yeah.
These people, you got to text them. You know, they'll pick up the phone. You'll ask for the owner, and they'll be like, oh, "Well, the owner doesn't live here. This is not the owner's phone." And they be the owner. You know, all that kind of dumb stuff.
Yeah, I get you.
So you have to be persistent.
I get you, my guy. I came to look at one of the houses. I have a local guy. He drives. He's a mailman. And he drives areas again, and he always sends me deals. He just sent me one right now. I'm looking for it in a little bit. I'll show it to you guys so you can see it.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Mag?
Not much, brother.
What, Meg?
What's up, Arturo? How was the guy that I gave it to you? Did you call him?
Yeah, I called them both. The other one, I sent him an REI reply because he hasn't answered my calls. So I put in the first one. The second one, the person that I called him, he didn't answer me. I sent him text, and then I'm gonna call him today again.
Good.
And then if they don't answer me, I'll put him back on the REI reply.
They seem to be good leads, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. It's just a matter of getting. Like the first one that he was moving out, I texted him, "Hey, did you guys already moved out so you can make a deal on that property?" And he didn't answer me.
Wow. All right. Were you able to do anything with the whatchamacallit, with the create a user for me in there or no?
In
Are
where?
you? All right.
Yeah, I have access to it. This is the
Okay.
property that he sent me. You guys see it now? Raw land. It's a good price. He wants 30 for it. If I get it for around 25, which is land value, it's probably worth like 45, which is a good deal. You guys hear me?
I hear you.
But yeah, remind me today, Max, send me a text after this, so I can send you. I already have the users. I just gotta give you the password.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, just being consistent. Yeah, you know, it's funny, bro. Like that guy that I called yesterday, it was my first call. My
There you
first.
go, man.
Yeah, and then some days I dial. I don't know if you check it, but you know, I dial like every day, and some days like I dial and there's nothing, man. Nothing on the woods.
So this guy that you called the first time, how did the conversation go?
No, you went same thing with the letter stuff, and then he's like, yeah, I received all phone calls from you guys. He was a little bit skeptical in the beginning. I had to build some trust.
Mhm.
But then he said, I'm actually waiting. Towards the end, he's like, yeah, I don't know who you are. I received, yeah, my boss, he's a lender. He's a basically what you have it there. So it's pretty good. Yeah, he's actually, a retired lender. He's a small company. You want a big company to buy your house? And then he's like, no, I just want to know
Yeah,
who
that
are
works a
you?
lot. That works a lot. I got that from John Cochran. That
That was
part.
pretty, that's pretty sleek, man.
Yeah, it's true. When it works, like, oh no, I don't want a big company. Shut the fuck up, then. Don't be
Yeah.
telling my boss. Yeah.
Yes, I'm using that now, so that's pretty good. Thanks for the tips there.
It's
Um, and then after that, it's like he calmed down a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I lost my job. I just started working for this company, and to create some empathy there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then he he liked this so far. I stayed with him on the phone for about 6 minutes, but then towards the end, I try to get him a number out of him, but he's like, yeah, I have tenants in there. The reason why he's selling is because the tenants are not performing due to COVID.
Eh.
And he says, I can, if I'm not be able to kick them out, I'll sell my property. There's nothing, that says that I cannot sell my property. So
Yeah, they're
that's,
stuck. They're stuck with that. Yeah, they're stuck with that. So that again, that helps us as far as negotiate the price down.
yeah. So I went to the tax assessment site, and then he gave me a crazy number. It's like 270. I was like, wow, that's interesting because I see it here on Zillow, the tax assessment, it's 170. Is that right? And then he's like, oh, and then he thought of another property that he had, and then I asked him, oh, do you have other properties? And then he's like, oh no, I do, but I just want to sell this one. I was like, okay, look, I don't know, the price here seems to be 170. Is that right? And then he's like, yeah, that's what's it look like. Okay, basically, my boss, buys the property cash. We'd be able to close it really quick for you because this way it takes the headache out of you, of those tenants. And then, what we can do is pay you cash for cover all closing costs, no realtor's fees. And look, if that doesn't work out for you, we'll be able to put some terms in place as well. So, why don't you talk to my boss and then we can discuss better.
Perfect, man. That again, you're getting real strong with it with your cold calls. And yeah, again, it's just the first minute of them hearing you out. Once you just stomp them a little bit and you can just convert it into an actual warm call and have them talk and everything. Yeah, man, that's gold. Whatever you're saying, it's working a lot, and you can tell because again, you're getting a habit of, you know what, I don't care about the cold call. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind people being upset at me. I know how to be able to stomp them so they can give me a chance for them to hear me out. That's all
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah. It's consistency, right? Every day.
Consistency. Like I was telling you, when I was doing it, I had it at 12 rings, $12 per batch. And I was my goal was to hit 50 conversations within an hour. Sometimes I'll do like 44 because that means that they're probably like 30-second conversations. They'll hang up on me.
Yeah.
Click. Like, did you get my letter?
Do you count those too? Do you count those?
Yeah, conversations.
I don't count those, because it's not really conversations, those, if you
Well,
think about it.
Well, that was my goal. I want 50 people to hear me.
Yeah.
Because with the first 30 seconds, I can tell, hey, did you get my letter? What are you talking about? Yeah, my boss sent you a letter about a cash offer. Did you get it? No. See what happened? My boss bought a house nearby. See, they're already hearing me. So within those 30 seconds, they heard what I'm selling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's all I wanted. Just somebody. That means literally I'm putting 50 signs out there, and instead of being a sign, it's a conversation. My boss bought a house nearby. He's still buying houses. You get his letter.
Yeah.
So he's hearing. So some people after that, they'll raise your hand. Usually every hour I was getting one or two leads per hour.
That's interesting. Yeah. Well, I got us like 3 leads already. So
Yeah,
we
there we go.
we gotta, we gotta be able to convert those.
Yep.
We're gonna
One
we
of
gonna
one of one of the things that we need to get better, like I told my cold caller, again, getting a price out of the seller.
yeah, I know.
Getting a price because again, you can get you can give me a lead. Oh, he wants to sell. He raises his hand. That's good. But if you don't ask the inquiring questions as far as the price, if he wants 300,000, the house worth 2. Again, there's literally it's a dead deal.
So let's say like in this case, this guy didn't want to give me a price. I went to the tax assessment. I told him it's 170. Is
Okay.
that
So let's say the Zillow estimate is accurate and it's worth 250, right?
yeah.
And let's say that the appraisal district says it's worth 170.
Yeah.
So let's say let's make it 200K on the Zillow, 100K on the CAT, right?
Okay.
So you tell me, how much do you want for your house, Mag?
So you the co-caller? Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling you. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
sir, perfect. So how much would you think you'll be asking for that house?
Yeah, 200.
200K. Okay, perfect. Let me see real quick. I see that the last year again, the county appraiser for your area, they value the property at 100K. Again, that's what they do. They try to value your house as much as possible. They can charge you the taxes. But you say you want 200K. Did you upgrade the square footage or do a full remodel, or where did you get that 200K from?
Oh yes, I did some upgrades. I did some upgrades there, on the property, and it was a kitchen and a little bit on the bath.
And how much square footage did you add?
I didn't add a lot of square footage. It's just renewals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I see the house down the road that sold for 200K. It's similar to yours, but it's 300 square foot bigger, and that's why the 200K is an accurate price for that property. Now for your house, again, my boss is motivated to buy properties, but again, he needs to buy it where it makes sense. Are you set at that price, 200K?
No, I think I can do a little bit down.
Okay. What does that mean? How much more or less?
I'm probably about 30K down.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking again, I'm sorry to be invasive, is that my boss asked me for this because I'm trying to motivate my boss to buy this house because I get paid a bonus for every property that he buys. So I'm trying to get you a deal where you can sell your house at a good price and walk out with cash, and again, not have to deal with realtors and listing it and showings and appraisals and inspections and repairs, and then the financing falls through at the day of closing, all that BS that goes through when you list it. But yeah, I'm thinking again. Now pause the conversation. I already saw the Zillow's estimate is 200K. I already saw the CAT estimate is at 100, and if it's accurate numbers, I will want to be around the 130, 140 range because we haven't seen the property. So if he agrees to, you know what, okay, so you say you want it to be 180. I'm thinking just based on what he has bought in before. So let's go back to the conversation. Well, perfect. I know you want it to be like around the 170, 180 range at a good offer for my boss. Again, based on what he spotted in that area, I've seen this records more or less. He's gonna be paying around 130, 140 range. It is cash, but again, I don't know if that works for you.
Yeah, that's a little bit down. What I was thinking. Maybe works. I might have to check.
Have you tried listing it with an agent and have the agent do a walkthrough and tell you what's gonna have to be upgraded and repaired, or?
No, I haven't tried anything like that because I've been getting a lot of letters from you guys.
Yeah, again, it is a good area, but again, most investors like my boss, they're gonna pay around the same price again because everything costs the same for other investors because they get the best prices because they do multiple properties, so they get good deals on the rehabs, but still they gotta pay around that pricing for it to make sense. But yeah, 130, 140. Now you said you had those tenants that had issues. How many months have they missed payments on it?
Probably 4 months already.
And okay, it's a one house single or it's a duplex, or how many monthly payments do they give you? Like there's 2 people that rent or 1 person that rents?
No, one person. It's a one family.
Okay, so how much is that more or less a month?
That's about, here's the thing, the guy told me like $400 because the guy take care of the loan for him and everything
Okay.
of the
So
house.
so you get around $400 a month. So that's, let's say, 4 months. I don't think COVID's gonna die down here in the next few months. So you have at least another 6 months worth of no rents. That's $2,500 plus another 2,000. That's 5,000. Now let me ask you this: the good thing that the house is paid for, right?
Yeah, the house paid for.
Okay, perfect. So you don't have no worries about anything. Now it's just, again, I want to ask you this because, again, what's worth better for you to keep that issue with the tenants and hoping that you get them out in the next 6 months, or maybe selling it for a little bit of a discount, have my boss take it over, and you just get cash.
Okay. Yeah, thinking of that way. Yeah, just getting getting cash for the property. Yeah.
No, yeah, perfect. You know what? I don't want to push you anymore. I know it was a cold call on a wrong number. But let's do this. Let me get my boss on the line. I'll tell him more or less what is going on with your property. Again, what's the issue that he's gonna have to take over if he does buy it cash. Again, everything that we do, it goes through attorneys and everything, and of course, so he protects his cash that way, and of course, you get protected. But when's the best time for me to call you? Tomorrow. What works for you?
Okay, like 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay, perfect. So if tomorrow at 5 p.m. he talks to you and you guys make an agreement, are you ready to sign the agreement, or you still gotta talk to somebody else?
No, I think it should be good. It's just myself.
What do you mean by should?
No, yes, I'm good.
Okay, perfect, man. Well, let me set you up here for tomorrow at 5 p.m. Again, he was real busy. Again, if you think I talk fast, he talks super fast. That's why I tell him, hey, boss, you need to slow down because sometimes people can't hear you. But that's the way he's run his business. But yeah, again, let's cross our fingers that, because if you get a good price, I get a bonus. And again, I'd try to be a little bit not selfish, but again, I want to get my kids something for their birthday coming up next month.
All right. All right. Sounds good.
All right, my brother. Well, see you guys. Hope my boss calls you tomorrow, and we'll see what turns out. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
You see how that conversation, we pushed them, but we pushed them to give me a price because my boss is telling me for a price. I don't want to, I don't want to be invasive and ask you questions like this. I want to do it because my boss is telling me. And again, a lot of things that I see is like, oh, I do it for the good of my heart. No, I'm doing it because if he buys your house, I get a bonus. You know what I mean? But he wants to make sure that he resolves your issue. And your issue is basically carrying on these two tenants that are not paying, and he's giving you cash that you can go spend anywhere else. But if you look at the conversation, that's how the conversation should go. That's what I told Enrique. You gotta put yourself in the position that you gotta cross the line sometimes and have the guts to ask those questions, even though you don't want to. But
Yeah,
blame the boss.
it's the guts. Yeah, you're right about the.
Yeah, blame the boss, and then throw that, because people, again, one of the things that people are think they know that you're double faced when you try. Oh, we're just trying to help you, sir. That's BS. That your boss is trying to make some money on the property. What's your benefit to you? Yeah, I get paid monthly, but I also get paid a bonus if you buy some house. So that's one reason why I'm willing to step up and ask you these questions that might be a little bit invasive, and I might be a little bit nervous. But if I ask you these questions and I get you to the right place of price, and he buys your house, I get a bonus. That benefits me. So I'm not
Yeah.
doing it just for the benefit of my heart of being a good-hearted person. Because if we were good-hearted persons, we'll pay retail for everything. But you
Right.
can't pay retail for everything. The business doesn't work like that. But you see how I made everything conversation as far as me getting a bonus, my kids having a birthday, and me paying them for the. So now he has a little bit of what's called reciprocal, what's called attitude towards, maybe, you know what, I want to help, I want to sell my house, and by me selling my house, I might help this guy. He was nice to me.
Yeah.
So again, that's how I'm trying to train Enrique to do this like this, because I need you to ask those questions.
Yeah.
And you saw, like, if it's 200K on the Silo and 100K on the cat, I want to be in the lower part of the middle. So if the middle was 150, I want to be in the 130, 140 range. If he wants to be on the upper side, the 180 range, well, and then you bring up the pain point. Okay, well, I know you want to be on the 170, 180 range, but you are telling me that you have these people that haven't paid you for 4 months. Again, I don't see COVID ending here in the next 6 months as far as them paying you back. Again, what's worth more? You may be selling it for a little bit of discount and then going on your merry way, or you trying to get the most and not selling your house, but still deal with the tenants that are still here.
Yeah. I think you gotta get bolder, man, and just talk to people. Yeah, that's it.
Ask the questions, man, and it's simple. Again, blame the boss. Blame the boss, and then we'll be good there, man. But yeah, my guy, again, that's the way. You gotta be able to bring the price down where it makes sense. And if you can't, because again, if you can't tell, again, if you can't, what's it called? You should be able to read. Okay, Zillow is more or less average, good price. CAD is always more or less like below price. If I'm on the lower part of the half, then I should be good. So if he wants 180, okay. Oh, you know what? My boss is buying properties in this area again, but again, he has to get some type of motivation for him to actually turn his cash and give it to you, and him get a property with, especially like yours, with a problem. Again, are you set at the? Is it better for you to keep it at the 180, or maybe you can get a bigger discount, and maybe my boss can just give you cash, and you can go spend the cash anywhere you want? You bring that pain point in so that he can understand. You know what? He is giving me cash, which I can do whatever I want. I can go buy a car. I can go buy a house. I can go buy a motorcycle. The house, I can't do anything with it. I can't cut a brick and go sell it. The house is a house. It's it. That's the only use of a house is for people are living there. And unfortunately, your house, nobody's in there paying you. The person that's in there is not paying you. And if it's 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, the pain point is gonna go up, and maybe they damage it because now you're calling them, hey, what's going on? COVID's over. Now they're upset, and now they're messing up your house.
Yeah. I get you.
So again, if you learn that technique back as far as getting the price of, you know what, asking, well, why are you selling? The one of the best ways, I mean, sometimes people give you the reason why they're selling right away. Sometimes they don't. The way that I put it is like, well, again, it seems like a okay house, like a fair house, a nice house. Why are you selling it? Is there any issue with the area? I throw that part. Why are you selling? Is there any issue with the area? Automatically, 99% of the times that I've said that question to a person, they say, oh no, the area is good. I am selling because. But you really just want to ask the first question. Well, why are you selling? But sometimes people don't want to answer that question. So when you throw another question after that, is the area fucked up? They're like, oh no, it's because it's like an instinct. Oh no, it's not because of that. It's because of this. It's like an instinct that we have that we want to answer, prove you wrong, that the area is not wrong. It's not a bad area by telling you this is why I'm selling.
Yeah.
So that's the trick that I asked of why are you selling. That person came out and told you that what's it called, that is because of tenants. But if they don't tell you why, you need that weapon as far as why they are selling, so that you can be able to bring the price down. And that should be done in the first call, because in the first call, it's everybody's just trying to learn from each other. In the second call, he's going to be more ready. So if in the first call we get a price of 150, again, it's going to be much easier for me to go from 150 to 130 than from 180 or 170 to 130.
Gotcha.
So again, in the first call, you got to be able to ask the right questions to learn what's the pain point, and then throw it back to them. Well, I know you want a 180, but again, I see that you have this issue with the property here and here. Again, what's worth more to you? Is it worth more to you to try to sell it at the higher price and maybe not sell it because nobody wants to buy 180 with the issue with the tenants, or maybe sell it at a discount and have somebody, an investor, give you his cash, that you can go buy a house, a car, whatever, and he take over the property with the problems.
Right.
So you see, that's what I'm teaching Enrique to do, because he sends me leads, but you're missing the biggest critical point. I need to know, again, because if you tell me he wants to sell that doesn't work for me, because I need to talk to people that are willing to sell at the right price.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If you don't ask those questions, he started sending me leads like this. Like these leads don't work for me, bro. Like, because you haven't asked the main question. And I gave him multiple of when I called them back. I recorded the call, and this is why I asked. This is how I asked the question. hear this out. Is this a fair value for your house? Like, oh, okay, perfect. I know you don't know. Because sometimes mostly they don't tell you how much they want for the house. So you ask, okay, perfect. Yeah, my boss will give you an offer. I do see that in 2020, the appraisal from the district, the appraisers value your house at 110. Is that a good value for your house? And you shut up, wait for them to respond.
Yeah.
They say, oh, no, 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 that's crazy. Okay, perfect. Now, by then, you already did the math. If Zillow is 200, CAT is 120, you want to be in the lower half. So what's the lower half? 160 is a half. So you want to be 30K above, not no more than 30, 40K above the 120. And you ask them, okay, perfect. No, I understand. But you don't want $30,000 over the 120, do you? You're trying to anchor them down to the lower half of the from the estimate to the CAT value. For me, it worked for me here in the valley. The way you anchor them, he might not give you enough. He might not say yeah or no, nay, but the way that he responds to your answer, it helps me. You know what? Okay, we're close to it. If he says, "Oh no, no, that's a crazy price," then I know that we're way too far.
Okay.
If he says,
So-
I don't know.
Is it okay if I go a little bit like crazy on the crazy side of numbers, and then, because what happens is I don't want him to shut down.
As far as what?
As far as, let's say, my boss can only pay, can pay you in the range of, let's say if the house is 200, of 60 to 90. That's a crazy number.
That's the he'll again, because you don't have there's no what's it called? There's no authority. You have no argument from authority to tell you 60K. When you bring the CAT value, that's an argument from authority. That means that somebody sent somebody to the house to do an appraisal. He gets the report, we get the report because it's public, and that's an argument of authority. Well, this is what it says on CAT. Again, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Again, I haven't seen the house. I know my boss might pay around the 180 from the 180 from the 80 to the 90s, but based on what I'm seeing here, the county appraised it at 100, but you want 200K. Have you added?
Yeah.
And don't say this either. Don't say, oh, my boss can only pay this much. Like, no, my boss has paid before around this range to this range in this similar area with a similar price square footage. Not for that house, because then when I go back and call him, he's like, whoa, he said that you can only pay this much for it. It's like, no, I've only paid this much for other properties. Your property, I haven't seen. One that I don't know if you follow Stephen Arniel, that I learned recently, like a week ago, that says, I know you want 100K for the property. I'm prepared to pay 60K right now, but I am flexible if I can bring my inspector here and he tells me it's in a better shape than I think.
Yeah.
That flexible might be only 5K from the 60 to 65, but for them, when they hear you, it's from 60 to 80. You know what I mean? Because again, that's another way to talk to people like that. You're being flexible, but you're anchoring them at a lower price.
Right.
So if you're gonna do like that, I was telling you on the CAT value, the argument of authority is the 100K from the county appraiser. The Zillow's estimate is not an argument from authority. It's just you hearing people saying that it's over this much. So tell them, okay, you know what? The CAT value, I see that it's 100K. Is that a fair price for your? Is there a fair value for your property? If he says no, then divide it from the Zillow's estimate and get the half and be on the lower half. Oh, perfect. You know, it's understandable. But you don't want more than 40K above the 130, do you? And then wait for them to hear you. If they say they still don't give you an answer, but the way they respond to you, that gives me a better gauge as far as how far apart we are.
Gotcha.
Because if he says fuck off, we're way too off. But if he says, well, I don't know, then we're not that far off. Now I already price anchor them at a lower price.
Okay. All right, sounds good. I'll try to.
Yeah, learn that technique of be able to bring that price out of the seller where it makes sense for me to call, because again, we don't want to have to call and then try to reduce it from 180 to 100. It doesn't make sense. It's too much of a gap. But if you do the legwork, if you pick up the wheelbarrow and you pick up the rocks and I just got to be able to dump it, then that's good, because I'm not that far apart no more. And it's simple questions that they won't get upset at you because you're just a worker for the company. Like, well, why are you asking all these questions? Like, I do apologize. Like I tell my boss, like, boss, sometimes people get really upset because I'm asking all these questions more than once. He said, but again, I gotta do my part. Again, I'm trying to make sure that I keep this job because I gotta pay my bills. Again, you see how you turned it around from why are you asking these questions? Oh, I apologize. I know they're doing basic. My boss is the asshole. I just gotta ask him because I don't want to get fired because I'm just following the process that he asked me to follow.
Right.
You see, blame the boss. Let me be that bad person. But at least you ask the question. They hear the question. Maybe they don't give you the answer that you want to hear, but with the way they answer it, once I hear the call again, I'll be able to, you know what? Okay, we're close to
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
And it's just a matter of just doing it over and over and over and over. Like, I don't know if you saw this call earlier today that I did from the guy that sent me from he's a mailman. That property is gonna be, it's probably good at 30. It's a good price. I'll probably get it for 25. He did say that other people had tried to borrow money, but the bank said no. Like, yeah, it's right now it's kind of tough for the bank to lend, but it works sometimes. You see how I didn't knock him down. I didn't say, oh, go to me. He's like, no, yeah, some people, yeah, it's hard times to get a loan from the bank, but again, sometimes it works. And the good thing, like me, I just sold my other house, so I got cash. I didn't tell him that I'm a better buyer because I got cash. I told him, no, in case you wanted me, I got cash. And then he says, well, let's talk. Oh, you know what, sir? Don't worry about it. Again, if you have that guy ready, perfect. And if not, if you get out of work and no one has called you, give me a call. That's me. You see, I'm not a, what's it called? I'm not a needy buyer. I'm someone that if you give me that deal, it works, I'll buy it. When I'm doing the cold calls, I'm trying to get a deal from my boss. Because first of all, I get paid hourly, perfect. Second of all, I get paid a bonus if I get a deal.
Correct.
And when you kind of bring it into a conversation with the seller, they see, okay, yeah, that's probably the reason why he's pushy a little bit on this question. Because again, yeah, he's trying to feed his family. He's trying to get a little bit of extra money. He's not gonna get rich on my property. He might get $500 and he might be able to take his kids to Chuck E. Cheese and enjoy the weekend. But again, that's why he's having this. So now you're relatable to them. You know what? If I was him, I would probably be like that too. I would ask those questions too. Even though I get a lot of what's called resistance from the questions, but at least I will ask him because I know if I ask him and I get the answers, I'm closer to getting the bonus than if I don't ask him.
Correct.
But yeah, man, you're getting better, Mag. It's just a matter of just tweaking the engines right now. It's good. It's idling. You just gotta make sure that it idles perfect. You know what I mean? Just ask those questions because those questions that's where the money's at. Because basically, once you get those questions answered, those are literally laid down properties where you already chopped them down. It's just a matter of me going over and pushing them.
Okay. Sounds good, brother.
But yeah, my guy, keep on doing it. Keep on, again, it's techniques and repetition, and it works. It just works. It works.
I just want us to close the deal, man. So bad.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go again. We're there. If you keep on asking, if you keep on improving that and keep asking these questions, you're literally knocking on the door. Because right now you're good, but you're missing that pivotal point of the prices. I will need to get a price from this guy where the price makes sense for my boss to come and get it and sell it right away. It's just a little tweaking that you need, a little extra 3 or 4 steps that you can do, and bring it into the conversation as a conversation. Oh, you know what? This is why I'm asking this question. I know they're a little bit invasive, and it's not only you, sir, that I feel resistance from. Again, everybody that asks these questions, again, I do get resistance, and I apologize. Again, I'm just like I tell them, like I told the previous caller from you. I'm not only doing this because I do get paid a bonus if my boss buys a house that makes sense. But of course, we need to make sure that the purchase makes sense to you as well.
Right.
You're telling me I'm gonna be an asshole to you, but I'm gonna be an asshole because of this. But I want to make sure you're okay. It's like me. It's like they say a guy beats up a girl and the girl takes him back because he still loves you. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm beating you up, but I still love you.
Yeah.
So, but again, if you bring that extra toolkit to the conversation. Those are, and you can just, and within the you can do that within the first 5-10 minutes. You can get that price where it makes sense. If you can improve that pivotal piece, man, those are perfect. Because again, from those, if you get 10, 2 that are close to it, again, we can lock them up right away. Because you already did the hard work. You already took away the branches. You started topping the tree. Now you need a little bit of a couple of more axes, and then that's it. It chomps down. But when you give me a deal where we're too far apart, I still got to do a lot of legwork.
Yeah.
And again, it's easier for you to do the legwork because you're just an employee. People don't get upset at employees.
Yeah.
People get upset at the boss.
Perfect, brother.
Did you get the? Oh, you should be getting next week, the 23rd. When's the 23rd?
It's next week. Yeah, I should be getting.
The door hanger.
Yeah. Put those things around here.
Yeah.
Do you want me to target any specific people, prefer closures,
How
or
big
what?
is your? What's the average sales price for your area?
Right now, it's about 250 to 300.
Okay. Try to get what's called an area where the houses are worth around the 250 range.
Yeah.
And if, let's say, like in my area, I know exactly I want to be in this area. There's probably like 50 houses. There's probably like 300 houses in this area.
Right.
So that means I want to buy properties in there. So there's 300 houses. If I can do one a month, one door hanger a month, that's 300 times a year. That's 3,000, 3,600. So I need 3,600 hangers so I can do it one a month. So that will be the way that I will market. You know what? So for you, you only got 1,500. You got to see, okay, what's the best area that I see people buying at? That is within the 250 price range. And then you market those areas, and you consistently, once you map your area, you can one a month, wait for next month, one a month, wait for next month, one a month. Because you want to have, because if you have a what's it called, if you have 1,500, you can do it for 6 months. You can do what's 800, close to around 700 properties.
Right.
Hold on, so 700, yeah, let's say 200 month, like around 200 properties a month for what's it called, for half a year. And that's what you want. You want to be consistent, them seeing your hanger until they call you.
Perfect.
But the key is consistency. And then once you get them on the phone, again, you gotta have the guts to be able to ask the right questions. And the one thing that I was able to learn from the guts, being able to I'm not the boss, I'm just an employee. So I get to ask the questions that are uncomfortable because I'm just an employee, and this is why I'm doing it. So I have the guts to do it, and I have the initial pattern interrupt so they can hear me out.
Correct. Perfect.
But yeah, man, I can keep on the consistency. We'll keep on this, people, and I'll add you right now. I'm going to my parents' house right now. I'll add you so you can do what's it called, add them there. I'll show you I'll do a video on how to add them there, so you can put them on consistently there, and then let's add a text flow to the people that are what's it called, they haven't answered me.
Sounds good. Let's do that. Also, the just to make sure, it's spitting out now 12 numbers, right?
Yeah.
The dial. Okay, good. Because I still not get like a lot of in an hour. I still not get like a lot of phone calls. I don't know why.
I'll check. You shouldn't use, again, you for the San Antonio, you had it was like 75,000 leads, so you shouldn't have got right out of those. But I'll check right now.
Yeah.
They're doing some work in my parents' house, so I'm gonna go check that out, and I'll sit there and check the.
Yeah, just remember it's the one in Texas, 75K.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah, it's only you. You're the only one doing that. Enriquez has another what's it called, a batch.
Good. Alrighty.
All right, my guy.
Is that a new car? It looks like you bought a new car. Are you bowling there, man?
No, it's a black one. I hadn't used it in a while. I hadn't used it in a while, so I was like, let me run them and let me use it. This one has really cold AC, man. I love it. This one's, man. That's why I got a jacket today, because it's freezing here. I like it to be freezing, which is good.
Yeah. I tell you that I have a newborn?
You did mention, no, you didn't mention it. I saw it well, on your WhatsApp image, I think.
Yeah. Just
Congratulations, my brother.
it's crazy, man. You know, I haven't slept a lot.
Oh,
That's
I
for
get
sure.
you, man. I oh shit. And that's why I still don't have kids. I still love my sleep.
Yeah, man. But it's good, man. You should have it.
Yeah, no, I do want a baby. Probably in about a year or two. I already made plans for that.
Good.
But yeah, man, I know it's a big commitment, and that's the part, commitment. I need, like the cost. I need to be able to commit it to. You know what? This is as much time this little baby's gonna need from me.
Yeah. Exactly, bro.
So but yeah, again, like I was hearing, I don't know where I heard it from. It's like there's three things a man should do in this life: plant a tree, write a book, have a baby boy. It's true, and it's true because again, those three things. Oh, I heard it from Pat David. Those three things will outlast you. The tree's gonna outlast you. The book is gonna outlast you, and the baby, hopefully, he will outlast you. Your brother.
Yeah, true.
Like I was telling the people that I know, like, yeah, I have so many things here in this brain for the last 38 years that I've had in my life. God bless. I want to be able to install them into another kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To teach him what I wasn't taught growing up as far as early. I'm instilling him, and hopefully he can run with the business after I'm gone.
Exactly.
But yeah, congratulations, my guy.
Thank you, brother. And so let me ask you something about this. I know you buy a lot of courses. Is it worth it, like buying a lot of courses like you do? Like I know you buy like courses and shit from these gurus. I receive a lot of emails and stuff, but what are your thoughts on that?
It's good when you want to scale. When you want to go from let's say 500K to $1 million. That's when it's good to buy a course. When you want to go from $1 million to 10 million. And literally, like I told one of my friends, my best friends, he's like, really, you literally pay 10K for maybe one idea that's gonna bring your deal from your business from 500,000 to $1 million. You're really only looking for one idea, but you gotta be able to be in those chairs, in those tables, to get that one idea. Everything else, if you're not making money to go from 0 to 100K, you shouldn't buy any course at all. Because everything, I've seen everything. I've seen what's behind the pay door, and I've seen what's outside the pay door.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that's on YouTube.
It's the same thing, right?
It's simple. Again, either you drive for dollars, either you do bandit signs, you do the door hangers, you do the It's simple. The texting, everything's out there. There's other techniques that I like. There's like the Novation technique. Now everybody's saying the Novation. I have done Novation. I didn't even know it was a Novation.
What the heck is that?
So basically, you get out of the contract for 100, let's say for 100, but you know it's worth 160. The way you do it is that you go straight to retail, you get a power of attorney, and you're now working on behalf of the seller. You remove yourself from the transaction as far as the purchaser, and then you can list it on retail. Now, the thing that I need to understand is, how do you negotiate with the seller knowing that you're only giving them 100 and you 60 in the back end? The way that I did it, as far as when I was doing the novations, I didn't even know. Well, it's kind of, I don't even know it's a novation. What I'll do is basically, let's say I'm buying it for 100 and I'm selling it for 160 at the retail. The buyers owe 80K on the mortgage and they only have 20K in the middle as far as equity. I'll give them their equity in 20K.
Okay.
And then I'll get the deed of trust. So now I'm the legal owner of the property. And with the deed of trust, I'll get the power of attorneys, I'll get the letter of authorizations and everything. And then I'll list it in the market, knowing that it'll pass inspection. And then a day or two before, a week, 7 or 10 days before the closing, once I get the contract, once I get the inspection, once it passes appraisal, the people already left because I already paid them their equity. I don't pay them their equity until they leave. Once, like 7 or 10 days before it closes, I'll record me as the owner, and now I can close on their behalf. Now I can close on my behalf because now I bought it. But I don't record anything until I have, it's like 10 days before closing. I did like 7 or 8 deals like that, where I went straight to retail. I paid the guys their equity. Sometimes their equity was like 5K, 10K.
Wow.
And I go in there, I pay a guy $500 to clean it up real nice. If I need to do some patch up work, I do patch up work, and then I'll list it.
Right.
So yeah, again, that's the technique that might move the business from 300 to 500K to $1 million. See, there's two courses. I know I've done it like that. I don't know the innovation process they call it now. Chris Brewer, yeah, I think it's Chris Brewer. Eric Brewer, sorry. He has a course for 5,000. Chris Reed, I think, has another course for 5,000 that teaches innovation. Now, that 5,000 is worth it because you already know how to make deals. You already make it consistently at least 200K a year. You want to learn that, because if you learn innovation, that 200K might turn into 400K.
Right.
But yeah, but anything else below that, you shouldn't pay courses for anything. Below. Everything on YouTube. If you don't have YouTube, what's it called? Everything's on Google, man.
So have you? What's your next course now that you're gonna purchase?
The
innovation. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Because again, I need to know how they do it without having to pay the equity to the seller.
Yeah.
Because if it is the equity to the seller, then it doesn't make sense. I already knew that. But if it's not the equity to the seller, they are able to, maybe they have, and remember, maybe it's just one sentence that they're gonna ask the seller, hey, do you mind doing this so I can do this? Maybe that one seller can make me 50K. Maybe that one sentence will make me 50K.
Yeah.
And that's why you pay the 5K. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Just for one, like I was telling you, you only need one thing that's gonna bump your process from 3K, 400K to $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's why you pay the 5K. So yeah,
Perfect.
man, that's my idea on courses. Again, everything else it's simple. Again,
how many courses you buy a year? Like how many?
I try to put at least 10% of what I earn into myself.
Yeah.
So it might be 1 year, might be 50, 20K, might be other year, might be 30, 40K. It depends on how good the year is, as far as how much you want to invest back into me. But again, I also read books. Again, all this that I'm teaching you, as far as the one of the things that's helped me a lot is the guts, being able to be more free and asking the questions that make people uncomfortable. And again, it's just reading books. Again, there's the step ladder system where some guy, that's a $10 book that you can buy it on, what's it called? You can buy it on Audible. Seminar, 10 rules of negotiation. That's a $10 book. That's where I learned that part. You know what? I know you want 100K for this one. I'm prepared to pay 60. But I am flexible if I bring my inspectors in here and they tell me the house is in great shape. So that part can be able to, you know what? I am flexible to pay you a little bit more. Not telling you that you're gonna pay a little bit more, because I know for a fact once I bring my inspectors are gonna be working for me. So I'm gonna pay the best price. So that's that. I got it from that $10 book. That one that I told you about. You want a big company to pay for your house? I got it for, that was an $800 course from John Cochran that I paid a while ago. Which is good. That helps me being able to chop up that's an objection saying, oh, what's your boss's business? No, he's just a retired lender. Again, are you looking for a big company to buy your house?
Yeah.
And the reason why that it doesn't work for the seller, because that means big company, they gotta buy it low. So shut up and let's move on to the next question. You know what I mean? That's where I got that one from. The guts, as far as the pattern interrupt, I got it from Claude and from Justin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, how much did we pay? I pay Justin, it was $50. And then Claude Diamond, it was free on YouTube. So you see,
you bought Claude's course too?
No, for Claude, I was just on YouTube. He has a lot of stuff, like old stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been years. But you see, you're just looking for one thing. One thing that's gonna bump you, make that dollar go into two. And then once you make that two is gonna go to three.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, man. Let me answer this. Hold on. Hello? Oh, yeah, let me check it out real quick. We sent you a text as well?
I don't know. I should check.
Don't worry, my guy. Let me check real quick. Sorry, you caught me driving right now. Let me see. My name is. Oh no, no. I'm Robert. I work for my boss. My boss name's Mike. He's a retired lender. And usually, the reason why you got this notification is because he probably bought a house near your area, and then he usually hires a marketing company to market to the whole area, telling them, "Hey, we bought a house in case you're interested in selling yours. Again, we can give you cash."
So I want $160,000 for my house. I mean,
Okay.
whoever would come looking at it, that or, you know, I was asking 168, 160 is what I'll take for it.
Okay, that sounds good. I don't have it in front of me. Let me pull it up and then let me call you back. Again, if it works, it works, and my boss will sign the agreement and we can get your money on your way.
Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, you can see the inside. I put $4,000 in one shower.
Oh damn.
I mean, you know, I got the storage room. It's got a 12 by 12 in the back. It's, you know, managed. It still needs tape and floated, but I mean, it's, you know, I supposedly got a lot of money in this house. Got a 3-year-old roof, 3 years old, hot water heater that's a week old. Yeah, I'm either gonna get $160 out of it or I'm gonna live in it.
Well, it sounds like a pretty nice house. Why are you selling it? Is there anything wrong with the area?
No, I'm moving to Colorado.
Oh shit. Okay. Perfect. Do you have a timeline for that?
I lost my wife at COVID about a year ago.
Oh,
and
man.
her anniversary's next month. And as soon as her anniversary's over, I'm out of here.
Oh man, sorry to hear that, man. I know COVID hit everybody.
Yeah. I was born and raised in Colorado, and I want to go back home.
Okay, perfect. You can close to your family. Well, let me see if I can get.
Hot down here.
Tell me about it. Fucking, it's crazy. You can't even get out of the house without sweating.
Stop this place. I'm sick of it.
Well, let me see if I can put a big stab of cash in your pocket so you can go to Colorado and forget the valley. All right, my guy. Stay safe.
Damn. Yeah, I'm here. I was listening.
You see how that question? I was gonna give you an answer of why they're selling.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a pretty nice house. Again, why are you selling? Is there anything wrong with the property, with the area? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, no, nothing wrong with the area. I'm just going to Colorado.
Yeah.
And
No.
he told me that question.
Yeah.
Sometimes the clients are like, "Oh no, what do you want to know why I'm selling it? Just give me an offer." You see, you
Yeah.
ask, not ask.
You bring the objection already ahead of time.
Yeah, you tell them, "Oh, it's wrong," because their natural instinct is, "No, my area is fucking perfect. Don't knock on my area. This is why I'm selling."
Yeah.
You see, I preach, like I do what I preach. I'm telling you, and it works.
It does. Perfect.
All right, my guy. Let me
All right.
finish the Zoom call. Let me get with this guy. Let me log in and make sure you're dialing 12 dials per batch, and I'll give you access to I'll do a video on how to work around with what's it called with the REI.
Perfect. Do that. All right, brother. Talk to you later then.
Likewise, you said, man.
You too. Bye.